friends in Spanish. I hope you are all ready for a great episode today. Here's your joke. Why are basketball players messy eaters? Because they're always dribbling. Ha ha, sports joke for you today. Well, the weather's pretty icky today. This whole week it has been, but it looks like we should be able to get outside again really soon. And if you bundle up, today is supposed to be dry. So hopefully you can get outside and enjoy the fresh air a little bit today. Last time we talked about the instruments of the symphony orchestra. And a symphony orchestra, remember, is an ensemble or a large group of players that come together to make music. And the symphony orchestra has 4 different families in it. Have you been practicing? Can you name them right now? Oh, I think I heard some of you getting them out there. Nice job. Well, in case you forgot, here's the poem that we talked about last time, where we learned a little bit. Poem, rap, whatever you want to call it. A rap is really just a poem with rhythm added to it. Song without melody. So here's our rap. Name the families of the symphony orchestra. Brass, percussion, woodwinds, strings. Name the families of the symphony orchestra. Brass, percussion, woodwinds, strings. That's right, Charlie. Name the families of the symphony orchestra. Brass, percussion, woodwinds, strings. Charlie wants to play with us today. Name the families of the symphony orchestra. Brass, percussion, woodwinds, strings. So I told you last time we'll have some special guests coming up this week, and today, in a little bit, after we get Charlie quieted down and I get him ready, my son Elliot is going to come and show you one of the most popular instruments in a band or the symphony orchestra. Charlie really wants to play today. And it is called the trumpet. So today we're going to look in depth a little bit more into the brass family with the trumpet, and we'll talk about the other instruments in that family as well. And we'll also talk a little bit about percussion. So hold on one second. Let me get Charlie a toy to play with and grab Elliot, and I'll be right back. So hi everyone, back here with our special guest star for today. This is Elliot, and Elliot has his trumpet. Let them all see your trumpet, Elliot. Here he comes. And Elliot's trumpet has a bell. So if you look and see the bell there, the bell's the part of the instrument that the sound comes out of. And it has a cup-shaped mouthpiece. Can you take the mouthpiece off and just show them? So brass instruments all have this cup-shaped mouthpiece that you see right here. And that's what makes the sound come out. So Elliot can play the mouthpiece without even the trumpet. Sounds like a duck. And then if you look at the middle of the trumpet, it has 3 different valves. So brass instruments also have valves. They have valves, or the buttons you push. They have the cup-shaped mouthpiece and a bell. And you make different sounds by moving your lips, but also by moving your fingers. So Elliot's just going to play a little goofy stuff for us right now so you can hear how it sounds. Cool, can you play a little bit more? Try some high notes. How about some low notes? So the trumpet has a really cool sound. You can play it really loud. Give us one really loud note. Thank you for coming in today, Elliot. Can I hold on your trumpet for a minute? Sure. Oh, we'll see you soon for lunch. So just to give you a little up close version here, or a look at it, see, like I said, to be in the brass family, you have to have this bell, you have to have the mouthpiece, and you have valves. One instrument in the brass family doesn't have these buttons called valves. Do any of you know which one it is? How about if I do this for you? It's called a slide trombone. And instead of having these buttons or these valves, it has a slide that changes the pitch of the instrument. It makes it longer, and when things are longer, they're lower. And then when you bring the slide in, it makes the instruments shorter. And when things are shorter, they play higher pitch sounds. So low and high on the trombone as well as the trumpet. And joining those two instruments in the brass family, the tuba. The tuba is the great big granddaddy of the instruments, the ginormous one that plays the lowest tones. And the French horn. The French horn looks like this really cool swirly instrument, and it's really 18 feet long if you unraveled the whole French horn. So I'm going to grab a picture of it, but I also have a playlist on this channel that shows videos of all these different instruments playing on their own and together. So I really hope you have a chance to look at that. But let me grab my picture quick. All right, guys, so here's that picture of the French horn right here, and you see all these different swirls, these curly cues I'm talking to you about. Yeah, if you unravel that 18 feet long, see if you can figure out how long 18 feet is at home. And then the trombone, I told you, with that big long slidey part. But look, there's that cup mouthpiece and the bell, just like the French horn. Big bell, cup mouthpiece. And the trumpet we saw today in real life here. There's a picture of it. And here's the granddaddy of the instruments I told you about, the tuba. So the tuba up here has a bell. It's really, really big, and it has that cup-shaped funnel-type mouthpiece as well. There's the valves. So tuba, valves, trumpet, valves, French horn. Here's its valves. They're a little bit harder to see. Right there. And trombone, no valves, but that slide that changes the pitch. So the brass family is one of the loudest families that we hear in the symphony orchestra, and a big part also of bands and marching bands. So brass family. Name the families of the symphony orchestra. Brass. Percussion. The other family we're going to talk about today is percussion. Percussion is a lot of people's favorite families because they're really loud and exciting. So the drums, sometimes we call the percussion family, which isn't really accurate because there's so much more to the percussion family than just drums. They're really fun. But anything that you strike, like when I'm hitting something, I'm striking it. Anything that you shake, or anything that you scrape. Weiro. Not a weirdo if you play the weiro. So these are just 3 examples that I happen to have at home right now of things that can be shook, things that can be struck, and things that can be scraped. If you look here at these pictures, in the orchestra, you might see these instruments. Xylophone, glockenspiel, it's a German word, means little bells. Glockenspiels, or a marimba, which is like a giant xylophone. These are really fun to hear at an orchestra concert. 3rd grade, you remember hearing the kettle drums or the timpani? These have different pitches, so you can make the notes higher or lower pitched when you play the timpani. Here's a whole bunch more. Castanets, played those in music class. Tambourine, triangle. The cymbals, these are crash cymbals, really loud. And here's a gong. And 2 other really important instruments that we have in the orchestra or in the percussion family is snare drum, rat-a-tat-tat, rat-a-tat-tat, and the bass drum, boom, boom, boom. So you see how all of these instruments in the percussion family, if you think about it, a lot of them you strike or hit. There's shakers, and also the scrapers. So as you're listening to music, I want you to be thinking about the percussion instruments that you hear. The instruments keeping the beat usually in the background. So two very important families that we talked about today of the orchestra, the brass and the percussion. But rounding them out on Friday with our other two families, woodwinds and strings, you'll see all together they make just such beautiful, wonderful music. And you can't really say that any one is more important than the other one. When they come together, it's just magical. So I hope that you take a look at the playlist that I put on this channel called Instrument Videos. And you can hear these instruments, how they sound a little bit on their own, but also all together in beautiful harmony when they make music together. But for now, it's time to say goodbye. Sing with me. A, B, C, later. D, E, F, G. I'm gonna miss ya. H, I have to go now. J, doodly doodly doo. K, bye-bye now. L, M, N, O. I had a good time. P, Q, are you gonna miss me? S, T, you are my best friends. V, W, X, Y, because I love ya. Z, that's all. Spread kindness and peace wherever you go. Love, Mrs. Waldron. Take care, guys. Mwah.